I think you have to. Okay.
Hi guys, today this is Connor Emery and I'm going to be asking him some questions about his preferences around dining in a possible new restaurant. So, my first question is how often do you dine out?
Pretty infrequently, maybe once every 2 weeks, once every month.
Once every 2 weeks. Okay. So, how often do you currently experience or enjoy Italian cuisine? How often are you eating Italian food?
Oh, how often am I eating Italian food? Um, I don't know how often I would say, but it's definitely one of my favorite places to go to. Like if I'm going to dine out, it's a preference. It's high up there.
Okay. Where is your favorite place to enjoy this cuisine? Your favorite restaurant?
Physically or a specific restaurant?
Either. Could be a physical restaurant. Specifically.
I really like this Italian restaurant in Culver City, Los Angeles. They have good gelato and good pasta.
Do you know what it's called?
Its name is Ugo.
Hugo. All right, good to know. So, what specifically draws you to that place?
Um, well, I don't know how helpful this is going to be. It's not exactly the cuisine. It's when I first went to Los Angeles. It was a short-ish walk from my hotel, and we like stumbled across this place. We were like, "Oh my God, we love Italian." It was good menu. They had good gelato. It was cute, good seating. It was near the downtown. So good location, good menu, good vibes.
All right, good answers. Okay. Have you explored other ways to achieve a similar Italian dining experience, and how did they compare? So, have you been to any other places that you tried to emulate those same vibes? Did they compare well?
To be honest, yeah, I actually don't know if I've been to other Italian restaurants in Los Angeles, but often we'll go to places by recommendation of like family and stuff like that. I went to a place in Boston by family recommendation. Um, Interesting vibes. We'll say that. So didn't quite match that, but that's often how I go to restaurants.
Okay. What would you say is the largest cons to dining out at restaurants?
Um, it can be expensive, it can be loud, um, and it can be hard to get there in terms of like who you're going with and parking and stuff like that.
Okay. How much would you say you typically spend on this dining establishment at once? So your favorite place, how much are you typically spending there? And then what factors kind of play into how much you were willing to spend?
Mm, Usually dining with a group of like 4 to 5, so maybe in the range of $100 to $200. I honestly don't know. And so that might come out to like one or two appetizers, like, one meal per person, and like some people will get drinks and some won't. Like I'll usually just get water.
How much would you prefer to spend specifically? Like when you're going out to a restaurant, what's your typical price budget?
I usually say as like a rule of thumb, because I like to go to like expensive areas like cities, I think like $20 is a good amount to spend per person. But like with like an appetizers, entrees, and like alcohol, that often doesn't work per person.
Okay. Um, So pretend you just hypothetically went to that restaurant. You spent your $20, $25. How do you normally feel afterwards spending that amount on a single visit?
Um, do you mean like, do I feel like I'm overspending, or do I feel like I've gotten my money's worth?
Yeah. Do you feel satisfied like, oh, I just spent this $20, it was worth it, or
Yeah, I would say so because, part of it is just I know comparably like you could go to another place and they're like, yeah, you can have macaroni for like $35. And I'm like, this is just because your rent is expensive. Everybody calm down. So yeah, I would say it's all right.
Okay. Do you typically dine alone or with people?
With people.
With people. Okay. And then last question, if your favorite restaurant slash dining experience was no longer available, what would you do? Where would you go from there if your favorite Ugo shut down?
Uh, Maybe find a comparable restaurant, or try a different cuisine. Like there's often like Mediterranean restaurants that don't focus exclusively on Italian, so you might end up with like gyros and falafel as well, so you can get a little more options.
Okay. You would find a restaurant with more options than just specifically Italian.
Mhm.
All right. Those were all my questions. Thank you, Connor. I appreciate your feedback.
Of course.
Bye. Thank you.